I'm standing outside the Royal Sussex County Hospital in Brighton, where members of the Royal College of Nursing are protesting to scrap the cap. For the last 7 years, the government has enforced a pay cap on nurses' salaries, which amounts to each individual losing a minimum of £3,000 off their pay packet. This has forced many out of the job and some into extreme measures of poverty. Graham Stokes is the chairman of Brighton and Hove RCN and has witnessed firsthand the effects the pay cap has had on nurses.
I know for a fact some nurses are using food banks, and if you are on your feet for 12 hours a day trying to look after your patients, you're not looking after yourself, which is vitally important.
When Theresa May was confronted with news that nurses were having to turn to food banks, she promised that the government will be putting more money into the NHS, but said that there simply isn't a magic money tree. MP for Brighton Pavilion and leader of the Green Party, Caroline Lucas, is out today to support the nurses and says that the public needs to put more pressure on the government if real change is to happen.
It is a crisis and it urgently needs resolution. To have had that pay cap for 7 years, if you look at the way in which prices have risen, that's the equivalent to a 14% pay cut. Now that just isn't sustainable. We know many nurses are actually having to leave the profession, not because they want to, but just because they can't make ends meet. People love the NHS, but they need to know that it needs resourcing, and therefore we need to put pressure on government to do that.
Nurses work long, stressful 12-hour shifts, and they say that their pay should reflect this. Heidi Casely is the clinical educator of cardiovascular surgery.
Everybody works over their time. They'll stay after their shift to finish up what they've done. They work extra when it's short. Patient population is growing, so the hospitals are not getting any quieter. So we need these nurses to stay, and we need to pay them what they're worth.
There is a shortfall of around 40,000 NHS staff across this country, and the number is expected to rise as long as the pay cap continues. Georgia Foxwell, Waste Not, Want Not.